quiet force that attracts success, where intention meets Stoic clarity. Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right? Chasing goals, staying busy, setting intentions, yet success still felt just out of reach, like a horizon that kept shifting the closer you got? Do you ever wonder if maybe you've been focusing on the wrong things all along, trying to control outcomes instead of mastering your mind? And what if the missing piece wasn't some secret strategy, but the strength to become still enough to hear what truly matters? This is your quiet space now, a place where the ancient discipline of Stoicism meets the magnetic pull of the law of attraction, not as hype, but as harmony. Let's begin not with effort, but with awareness. Define your vision and commit to it entirely. Success is not an accident. It's not a gift reserved for the lucky or the chosen. It is a direction, a steady unfolding of thought into action, vision into reality. But here's the truth: few are willing to face. You can't attract what you haven't defined. You can't chase a dream that has no shape. And most people aren't failing because they're not working hard enough. They're failing because they're unclear. The Stoics knew this deeply. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." In other words, before you begin, become. Define your North Star, not a vague notion of success, but a vision sharp enough to pull you forward when motivation fades. Ask yourself, what does a successful life truly look like to me? Is it peace, impact, financial freedom, artistic freedom, a quiet home with laughter inside? Strip away what society told you. Strip away what your parents wanted. What do you want? With so much clarity that your heart recognizes it instantly. When you see it clearly, write it. Speak it. Return to it often. But vision without commitment is just fantasy. Commitment isn't excitement, it's consistency. It's the discipline to stay with the path when results haven't yet arrived. It's the courage to say no to distractions, to lesser pleasures, to anything that doesn't align with the future you've chosen. Success isn't found in one big breakthrough. It's built in 1,000 quiet moments of staying true to your direction. So start there, not with hustle, but with honesty. Write your goals and review them daily. Make the vision real. Your mind is vast, but it is not precise by default. It needs anchors, repetition, reminder, ritual. Writing your goals is not a productivity hack. It's a declaration of clarity. It's telling your mind and the universe, this matters to me. When you write, "I will finish my novel," or "I will build a peaceful life of freedom and meaning," you're not just creating a to-do list, you're drawing a line in the sand between who you were and who you're becoming. But don't stop there. Read them daily. Touch the words with your eyes and your mind every morning. Let them be the first thoughts that shape your day, not the notifications, not the noise, not the world's agenda for you. The Stoics would approve because this is the practice of focus. This is what Marcus Aurelius did when he journaled. He returned again and again to what mattered, grounding himself in truth while the empire shook around him. Let your goals be your compass. Let them be the reminder that you are not drifting, you are designing. Every time you review your goals, you're not just remembering, you're strengthening belief, you're building identity, and eventually, what felt distant starts to feel natural, like a place you're not just trying to get to, but a home you're slowly moving into. Words become belief, belief becomes momentum, and momentum becomes destiny. So pick up your pen, and every day, write yourself a little closer to the life you know is waiting for you. Believe success is already yours, and begin acting. That way, doubt is the quiet killer of dreams. It doesn't scream, it whispers. Maybe I'm not ready. Others are better. What if I fail? And slowly, it builds invisible walls between you and everything you want. But here's the shift. Belief is not arrogance. It's alignment. It's looking at your vision and saying, "This belongs to me, not because I'm entitled to it, but because I'm willing to grow into it." This is the bridge between the law of attraction and Stoicism. The law of attraction says, believe. It's already on its way. Stoicism says, control what you can, your thoughts, your choices, your actions, and between the two you become unstoppable. When you believe success is yours, your body language changes, your voice strengthens, you walk with less fear and more intention. You stop chasing and start embodying. This isn't delusion. It's deep inner alignment. It's waking up and acting like the person who already has what you want, and letting that version of you take the lead. Do you want to be healthy? Eat, move, rest like someone who honors their body. Do you want to be free? Make choices that simplify, create space, say no with love. Do you want to be abundant? Give generously, think creatively, take bold action, and trust deeply. You'll be tested. You'll fail sometimes. But don't confuse failing with being a failure. Every time you act from belief, even when you don't see results, you're shifting reality from the inside out. Because the universe doesn't respond to desperation, it responds to conviction. So start believing. Not loudly, quietly, consistently, like someone who already knows what's theirs. Train your mind to stay focused, build unshakable. Inner clarity success doesn't begin in your bank account, it begins in your mind. Focus is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters, with presence, intention, and discipline. And yet, we live in a world that trades attention like currency. Every beep, every scroll, every opinion hijacks your mind like a thief in the night. The Stoics taught that our mind, when disciplined, becomes our greatest ally, but when scattered, it becomes our silent destroyer. So ask yourself honestly, where does your attention go each day? Does it serve your purpose or pull you further away? Focus, in the Stoic sense, is not just about productivity. It's about sovereignty. It's about owning your mind instead of renting it to the loudest voice in the room. Start small. Choose one thing that matters, and just one, and do it fully. No tabs open, no multitasking, just presence. Remind yourself, this moment is for my goal. Everything else can wait. This isn't just a habit, it's an act of self-respect. And when the noise returns, because it will, return to your breath, to your body, to the now. Because every time you choose focus over distraction, you're reclaiming your power. Feed your mind what lifts you. Read what nourishes your spirit. Surround yourself with conversations that sharpen you. Turn off the noise that numbs you. You're not meant to consume everything. You're meant to create something, a life that reflects your deepest values. So guard your attention like your future depends on it. Because it does. Replace negative thoughts with powerful truths. Your thoughts are seeds. What you plant, you grow. And most people are watering weeds every single day without even realizing it. I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. No one really supports me. These thoughts feel small, harmless, but they're not. They're foundations, and they shape everything built upon them. The law of attraction teaches that energy flows where attention goes. Stoicism adds this: it's not what happens to you that matters, it's how you frame it. So next time a negative thought creeps in, don't just listen, challenge it. Pause and ask, is this the truth? Or just a tired story I've repeated for so long I forgot to question it? Let's say you failed a test. Instead of saying, I'm dumb, say, this was feedback. I can grow. Instead of, I'll never succeed, say, every master was once a beginner. I'm learning. This isn't fake positivity, this is clarity. You are not your thoughts, you are the observer of your thoughts. And the observer has power. One of my closest friends failed an entrance exam, and for a moment he crumbled. But he caught the thought. He replaced, I'm a failure, with I'm in training. The next year he passed, not because his mind was perfect, but because his mindset shifted. You can do the same. Practice affirmations, even if they feel strange at first. I am capable. I deserve to succeed. I am becoming stronger every day. Say them out loud. Say them often. Say them until your subconscious begins to believe again, because the thoughts you repeat will become the life you live. So choose wisely. Speak kindly to yourself. Plant courage. Water it with consistency. And soon, you'll look around and realize you've built a garden of strength where weeds once grew. Act as if you've already achieved it. Let your future self lead. There's a gap between who you are and who you want to become. But that gap isn't bridged by dreaming. It's bridged by embodiment. Don't wait to feel ready. Don't wait for perfect timing. Don't wait until everything's aligned. Start now. By living, thinking, speaking, walking like the version of you who has already arrived. The law of attraction says you attract what you are. The Stoics say you become what you repeatedly do. So the key isn't pretending, it's practicing, repeatedly, consistently, quietly. Want to be a writer? Wake up and write, even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. Want to be confident? Carry yourself like someone who respects themselves, even on the days you don't fully feel it. Want to be free? Start saying no. Start simplifying. Start honoring your own space. You don't need a big transformation. You need small, consistent alignment. Imagine the person you admire most, your future self, 5 years from now. What do they do in the first hour of the day? How do they respond to setbacks? What do they no longer tolerate? Now here's the twist. They're not far away. They're already inside you, waiting for you to give them the microphone. Each time you act as if you've already succeeded, you rewire your identity. And identity is destiny. This doesn't mean faking it, it means embodying it, and with patience, presence, and power. You already have everything you need. You just have to stop living like you don't. Design a life that aligns with your vision. Live like you mean it. Clarity without alignment is noise. You can write down your goals. You can visualize your dreams. But if the life you're living doesn't reflect the person you want to become, success will always feel like it's happening to someone else. Designing a life aligned with your vision doesn't mean uprooting everything overnight. It means making quiet, intentional choices that whisper, "I'm becoming who I was meant to." Ask yourself, what does my daily routine say about my values? Are the people, habits, and environments I'm surrounded by helping me move closer to my vision or further away? Stoicism teaches us to live in accordance with nature, and that includes our own nature, your energy, your passions, your highest self. They need space to breathe. So declutter. Not just your room, but your habits. Let go of the things that no longer serve your path. Simplify. Refocus. Rebuild. This isn't a sprint. It's a recalibration, a decision to bring your external life into harmony with your internal purpose. You don't need permission to start. You just need courage. Cut out energy-draining people. Guard your peace. Not everyone in your life is meant to go where you're going. Some people are lessons, others are anchors. Energy is precious, and the people around you either multiply it or drain it. You know who they are? The ones who complain constantly, who mock your ideas, who keep you small because your growth reminds them of their stagnation. You don't have to hate them, you don't have to fight them, but you do have to create space between your peace and their chaos. Epictetus put it best: avoid fraternizing with people who are likely to corrupt your character. If you must, be on guard. Guard your energy like your life depends on it, because the quality of your life does. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your potential, who challenge you with love, who celebrate your growth without competition. Let go of guilt. Let go of obligation. And remember, protecting your peace is an act of purpose, not pride. Turn every failure into opportunity. Rewrite the story. Failure isn't the end. It's a mirror, showing you what needs to evolve. And when seen through the lens of Stoicism, failure becomes one of your greatest allies. Marcus Aurelius said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." You didn't get the job? Good. Now you have clarity on where to grow. Your relationship ended? Good. Now you've reclaimed your energy for something more aligned. The world doesn't owe you success, but it does offer you lessons. Every time you fall. The question isn't, did I fail? It's, what did I learn, and how will I rise better? Failure is feedback. It's redirection. It's refinement. It is not a reflection of your worth. It's a rehearsal for your strength. Keep going. Even when it's slow, even when it hurts. The only thing worse than failing is quitting before the breakthrough arrives. Here. Cultivate gratitude. Live like it's all a gift. Gratitude is not passive. It's not just saying thank you. It's seeing differently. Gratitude is Stoic fuel. It's what reminds you that life doesn't owe you anything, and yet gives you so much. Start each day with this question: what am I grateful for that I've been overlooking? Maybe it's your health, your breath, the friend who texted you back, the lesson in the hard moment. Gratitude expands your vision. It takes the smallest victories and magnifies them into reasons to continue. Seneca said, "Begin at once to live, and count each day as a separate life." When you live that way, not racing toward someday but rooted in today, success becomes not a destination, but a byproduct. Gratitude doesn't deny pain. It simply refuses to let pain define the story. So pause. Breathe. Thank life. Not because it's perfect, but because it's yours. And because everything you need to rise is already here. Conclusion. Let stillness guide you. Let purpose lead. You've just walked through 10 powerful ways to attract success. Not through hype, not through hustle, but through awareness, alignment, and action. This is the quiet path, the Stoic path, where vision meets virtue, where clarity meets calm, where success begins not in the outside world, but in the space between your thoughts and your choices. This journey isn't finished. It's only just begun. Take what spoke to you and apply it. Not all at once, but one day, one breath, one decision at a time. And if this message grounded you, inspired you, or helped you return to your center, I'd be honored if you subscribe to Stoic Zen. Here, we don't chase hype. We train clarity, we build inner strength, and we walk this path together. Until next time, stay calm, stay grounded, stay true.